Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the markets. Currently 4:28 p.m., April 5th, 2021, Monday, after a long weekend. And I hope everyone had a nice one. We had the markets cranking pretty high today after the gap up. So we'll get into all that in a second. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. Just hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds, not even. And I appreciate that. Let's get into it. Markets were kind of just gapping up pretty good after a pretty good news event on Friday, which was Good Friday, but they do the non-farm payroll the first Friday of every month, and it turns out it was a closed market event, but the news was really good. So Monday opened up, and we had the stocks moving up pretty good here. SPY moving up to opened up to around 403.5, and then made its way up to like 406.5. Almost 407. But if you see this area here, from here, actually I got a couple trades in the afternoon, but from here to here, there's really nothing going on. You had this leg up. It was just really hard to find myself in getting into something like Microsoft and Facebook and Apple. They made these moves. I just couldn't find my way in. I guess you could have made a move on this 5-minute on Apple. Depends what style trader you are. I'm not usually playing this stuff in the morning like this. I'm usually looking for that inflection point or that breakout, and breakouts have not been working too well today, or in the last couple months, I should say. I mean, but the crazy thing is, look at the daily. We're at all-time highs on the SPX or the SPY, which means there's still people buying up the stock market. It's pretty wild. What is happening is the economy seems to be getting better. I don't know what it is. Travel's continuing now, but then they're hearing about more COVID cases, and they're hearing about this. I don't know what to think. So today it was kind of mushy. You had this price action, and I really didn't get involved. I did not find myself trading that much today. I avoided a couple trades. I missed a couple trades, and we'll get into that right now. Tesla was early trade and then a secondary trade. So I tried taking a break on this one back through 705, and it failed on me pretty good. So it was down down 100, almost $100 on that. And I tried taking the 700 break here and got to 700 break here, got to like 702.50. I thought I was going to make its move to new highs today. And then, I was holding those last few shares for that bigger move, pulled back below my entry, and then it did make its move up here, but then it pulled back for the rest of the day. So Tesla was in play early and faded from the opening. So WKey was a quick, news event. iHeart was a quick news event that I took very small just to see if I can get a piece of it moved, and I got out. Toll was another little news event. There was really no news events until the end of the day, and it was the one I really missed. Riot and Mara moving with, I guess, Bitcoin or whatever. And there was really DMYD at the end of the day. Near the end of the day, the break of 22 here was really clean and just kind of ran up for me. Pull back. I actually got in and got out in once. Well, I actually got in with like 400 shares, sold 100 of them in 2 different cases, and then sold the rest after the pop here because it got spready. I knew the bids would drop off. That I got out completely. I was afraid to get a bad fill on the exit. It did pull back, and then it made new highs. It moved over 23. It went to 23.5. So it was a really nice $1.50 move. And I only got like 46 cents at the most. But it was SAP at the end of the day announcing something with Google versus Oracle. That's what was on a 1-minute chart before. It made this move. I just wasn't paying attention. This is why you always got to be paying attention, especially when you're becoming a news trader or trying to trade the news more than anything. I guess I was watching this move here, this pullback here, and then on the break of this candle would have been really nice because it just if you got in like the 130.50, 130.60 area, it just popped 131.50 without even looking back. I'm sorry, with like in a heartbeat, and then pulled back. And then it continued back up and then pulled back again. This is another area you could have gotten in. Secondary ones, you can see here, here's the 32 high, 34 high, failed. Then you take the next break, and then boom, it takes off and goes up to 32 something, 32.13. So SAP was the only real news event that I saw today that made this kind of move on a big stock or a big name, that wasn't some kind of low float patent or something like that. This was actually a big name. Got like 1 million shares in volume in the last 30 minutes or so here. Maybe not 1 million, but it was close. And it was a nice little trade if you caught that. And I hope you guys, someone did, but I did not. So I ended the day 134 up. That was the high of the day. I was never down I was never down 100. I think it was down 96 or something like that. And then I was able to take those 2 Tesla trades, and I turned it around. And then this DMYD was really nice. This SAP would have been really nice. I think the spreads were good enough. They weren't this spready that I probably would have taken with 200 or 300 shares, and I would have had a nice little move on it. Also, I added a key to I removed one of my keys on my Stream Deck. I now have buy 100, buy 200, and buy 300. And I actually used the 200 more than the 100 today on a couple trades. So that's good news. So basically 134 on this Monday. I'll take it. I mean, again, I didn't find a lot today. You have to be really a lot more selective with your trading. It's gotten tough. 2020 was a very big learning season for me. And I wish I knew now what I knew then, whatever the line is, I would have done pretty well in 2020 had I known everything I learned in 2020 ahead of time. Now that we're in 2021 where the markets are tougher, we're looking at stocks, all those players that came in, you don't see them on Twitter anymore as much. You don't see the young bucks, the Wall Street bets are still doing their thing, but you don't see it. You don't see the EV plays making their moves. You got all these people underwater, man. All these people buying plug. It was the biggest example in the early 21. This thing's going to the moon, right? Stocks only go up, and it's half the price. This is what's happening to a lot of these stocks. Even though we're making all-time highs, we're not making all-time highs on the stocks that a lot of the younger traders, including me, were watching. I was fortunate enough to watch all kinds of different stocks, and I'll remain open to everything. Stocks like Disney, stocks like Walmart. These stocks are starting to become back in play again, and these are the ones that are going to make their moves back up if they're discounted based on the overall market. And I don't know what's going to happen going forward. I'm just going to trade what's in play that day, stick to news, and really look for the best setups possible. I will continue trading all my setups the way I've been doing it. I got to pick it up a little bit, of course, because I really need to start making a little bit more money on my trades. 134 is a nice day. It's not negative, but I need this to be, much higher. And I know what I want to do, but the market doesn't give it to me there. I need to make sure that I am not putting risk out there that I don't need to, and wait for that day where the market's really hopping and I can take advantage. So I'll leave it at that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. Please just like the button, hit the like button. It's pretty simple to do. And I'll be back tomorrow and the rest of the week. Hope you guys have a nice night.